What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction.
Yes.
Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
This is Westbury, a predominantly coloured neighbourhood in Johannesburg.
Come and join us here in Westbury live.
This the hood.
Of mixed heritage.
This the hood. This the hood.
How you know it's the hood?
40s.
But how
outside.
is the hood, though?
I mean, anytime, because that's how I remember the first morning that I had, when I would wake up in the morning, would be a 40. I had a 40, and I would sit outside, and yeah, the lifestyle would continue to unravel. I'm not about to timestamp y'all, man. I'm not about to timestamp this.
I don't think this the hood.
All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
11 seconds. This
people like me.
The baby.
It's a community caught in the crossfire between drugs and gangs.
Maybe it is the hood.
Come on, man. Look, bro.
Maybe it is the hood.
Now, YouTube, don't do nothing crazy, you feel me? But yeah, so this is how it works. Like, you got all this stuff placed into the community, and there's not too many, you know, opportunities, you feel me? So people settle, and I say that respectfully, but people settle, you feel me? I was in a position where I settled at one point in my life, and I'm not saying you settling is drinking and drugging and doing all this, because they got people that's millionaires, they still doing that stuff. Yeah. But it's all about the environment that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't do much, like, I'm just leave it at that.
Let's keep an open mind. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Let's see how they're marginalized.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's dig deeper into the
safety belt.
But they're also battling perceptions that in the new South Africa, they're not quite black enough.
You said not quite black enough?
Yeah.
Not black enough. South African colored community. Yeah. Drop.
During apartheid, the government separated the mainly Afrikaans-speaking people from black Africans and forced them to live in areas like this one. On the streets, we meet some community activists holding a meeting about the challenges facing Westbury.
Wow.
It's a great opportunity to ask them to define the coloured identity.
I'm a coloured. I call myself a coloured because through the apartheid government, we were given that name. Coloured. I have my grandmother is Scottish, and my father, my grandfather is a Zulu.
What is a coloured? Because I can't see myself as a coloured, because that identity was forced onto me.
If you have a identity crisis, what do? If you don't know who you are. Now the problem that we have in our area here is our people don't know who they are. And history has been distorted. So much so that even the colored believes he's a colored. Even though this identity was forced upon us. First by the colonialists, then the nationalist government, and now the democratic dispensation.
Now I've come here to...
Now, you know, when you strip people of their natural resources and then you place on them a title because of their living conditions, like the hood, which I have, you know, paraphrased earlier, they believe that they're that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it has more to do with their ethnic backgrounds. So a lot of supporters said that African Americans, especially, you know, when we talk about our Louisiana history and heritage a lot, they said that like New Orleans, blacks would be considered colored in South Africa.
Right.
But a lot of us, although slavery was here and all that, you know, a lot of us, it's been generations upon generations since we've had a mixture. Like, I can go back 6 generations right now and there was not a mixture in my family. I'm fully black.
Facts.
But I'm seeing the woman who said, what is a color? I'm not a color. That woman, my grandmother is lighter than her.
Yeah, and we know it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you got to think about it, too. That's just what happened to the slaves. Once they were taken, there was, you know, generation after generation. Then there was more so it's like, I'm American. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm a worker for my master. that mindset became so concrete to them that they knew nothing else.
Right.
So for some people, that title for them becomes so concrete that they know nothing else. But for the other people who know their background, like, yeah, they want us to be this, but we know who we really are. They want us to live in this condition, but we know how we were once living. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And the man said his grandmother was Scottish or something like that. Well, a grandparent was Scottish, but his daddy is Zulu.
Facts. See, that's
what are your parents? That's what you are. Like, that's how I feel about it. What are your parents?
Them, but they end up asking the tough questions.
How would you identify the term colored from your perspective?
Yeah.
I'm not a color.
See, the easy definition would be people of mixed heritage, right? That's what people generally,
Biracial.
that's what people generally accept. So it's been tough for me. It's been tough for me talking about these issues because I used to live in Kenya for a long time, and there isn't this you're colored, you're black, you're white. There isn't a race issue. There's more of a tribe issue. So this is new for me, and grappling with this issue, it's a lot for me. And having these discussions in my family, it causes.
And you know, in a way, sorry to cut it off right there, but in a way, what South Africans deal with you're this, you're that, we deal with that
Yeah,
in the United
100%.
States.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I feel like in South Africa is a little more complex. You know, all blacks are black. If you're Hispanic, you're Hispanic. If you're white, you're white. You know, that's what it is here. But these people look like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the colors, I see colors looking like me. I see Africans looking like me. If they were here, y'all would all be grouped together.
Yeah, fact. I mean, that's how
what
it works. Yep.
But I love how she said in Kenya, they're all Kenyans. I love that. I love that.
Huge divisions, and I think it causes huge divisions in communities because families are microcosms of that. So this is my issue, and this is what I think I am grappling with at the moment as well. Closely linked with an identity struggle here is the struggle to find a job. 23-year-old Luther Noble has been looking for work for over a year. South Africa has one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world, and it's going up. For the colored community, unemployment is at nearly 22%.
Wow.
And it sucks because once they begin to put you in a bracket and your title pulls up on the application and they see you check that box, you in some locations I'm actually denied. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to look at too.
Yep.
Still lower than for the black majority. Do you feel judged by what skin color you are?
Well, I went in 2015 for a job. They said I should come back. The second big manager didn't even look my way because I was a color. He told the big manager that he's not taking people.
So you've been through you're not black enough, you're not white enough.
It was discouraging. I gave up for a year to look for work.
Do you think that communities like Westbury feel marginalized because they are predominantly colored people who live here?
Yeah. We feel like we maybe looked over most of the time here.
Staying off the streets and out of trouble is a constant battle for young men like Luther. According to police, there have been 33 gang-related deaths in Westbury this past year. So this is a main street where they used to shoot people a lot, as I understand.
Once was here, one was in our street, up in that street there, mostly in between houses. They shoot people.
And you'd see this kind of thing, you'd witness it on a daily basis.
I would mostly be in house. Sometimes you'll hear it, sometimes you'll just have to keep quiet. And if you're late at night, you have to switch off your TV and everything and just wait till everything is done.
Westbury recently erupted in violence.
Y'all, when we hear this stuff, it's like we have crime here. We have a lot of crime here. But like just not being able to get a job for certain things, like this is things our parents and grandparents told us about. Like we didn't necessarily deal with this growing up. And that's why like we try to like really connect what we go through here, our experiences with
What
y'all have going on,
what y'all got
because it's
going on
like
today.
our countries went through similar things, not as much. Yes, as
We have
much.
errors.
Yeah, it went through similar things, but it's like, we're millennials. We've had better opportunities than our parents did. Even faster opportunities than our parents did. What took us 2 years may have taken our parents 8 years to get what we have. So it's like, who is?
Nah, I feel you though.
This is sometimes hard to hear.
In protests following the shooting of a woman and a 10-year-old girl caught in the crossfire between rival gangs.
Wow.
The lady was laying there, my tears were falling. Then I say, today I'm gonna make cack. In other words, I'm gonna make shit today.
Carol Sullies led the action here. She didn't plan to, but her frustration boiled over.
Actually, the government saw how our colored people of this community, they were angry. As you seen, they had even put petrol bombs into the police van and nobody could have stopped them.
What do you think is at the source of that anger? Is it poverty? Is it unemployment? Is it the drugs? What's the source?
Let me start with unemployment. Yeah, I will say education is also part of it. But most of our youngsters, they finish matric, then they don't have anything to do. They will stand on corners because someone that are selling drugs will say, no man, I can pay you 1,000 rand a week. And I mean, if you don't get anything, you finish with school, what are you gonna do? You're gonna take 1,000 rand. I have children. My 6-year-old child, when he started making the signs of gangsters, then I knew, no, I had to do something. He's not giving me problems. He's still encouraged, but doing the things that gangsters do. And then I also have my daughter is 13 years. It's her first year. It's her first year in high school. Like our girls, most of them are on drugs. If you can walk around and you see a lot of youngsters here, especially our girls, our youth, they are like, you can even cry when you look at them.
So just how bad is crime in Westbury? Well, we've come out with some officers from the local police station on an operation as they try and stamp out drugs and crime in this area.
If you look at this shoes here hanging over the wire here, that is an indication that they are selling drugs in this area.
What are the drugs that they sell here predominantly?
Predominantly drug that's sold here is crystal meth, which they've got so many names for. We've got, it's called tuck, it's called meth.
And you don't have to go very far to see how common drug use is here. We found these guys just around the corner from the police station.
When you smoke this, they put on a safety belt.
It all comes back to poverty and joblessness. That is what happens, and then obviously the drugs is a sort of income for some people.
Heavily armed police officers have now been deployed here. They're from the elite tactical response team, and they've been targeting drug dealers.
Yeah, so my thing is, when I see the police outside and they're ready to, de-escalate situations like they do, of course. But what I think oftentimes is, why not there be a setup to where the police officers can help these kids get off these streets? Turn them into, forcemen to also do the same thing back for their community, because that's where they lay their heads at night. Yeah. And I feel like that's how it should be just about everywhere. The police officers are quick to take force and book people. I understand that's a job, but at the same time, these are people. This is humanity. This is how y'all babies are going to live one day. So you want to help clean up and help them get a better understanding of life too. So take them up off these streets, clean them up, put them in uniform as well, train them or something, educate them in some way, and then put them right back out there so they can help the people around them as well. That's how you do it.
Yeah, like, you got to really kill the root of the problem.
Yeah,
the root of the problem is, first of all, the young ones are being influenced to do
what they see.
But employ the people.
Yeah, they need job. They need to work. They need identity. They need to find
Yes.
themselves. Because if they remain lost, they only gonna do what's available.
And they're going to remain in the poverty-stricken areas.
Yeah, please, officer, y'all pick them babies up, man. Put them to work.
Yeah, not just them, the people
Every-
in the
everybody.
government, the people in
Everybody.
the doctor's offices. Like, employ the people, and you won't have to deal with, oh, them colors. Oh, don't go to this community. Don't ride through here at night. Deal with the problem. Employ the people. Get activities going for these young children so
Yeah.
that they can know that they can be better and do better, that they don't always have to live here.
That's how you
That
do it.
They will never grow higher than they know.
Now that's the bar you
Ever.
want to get up on right there. That's
Ever. You got to show them better so they can be better, so they can want to strive to be better, so
Yeah.
they don't drop out of school.
how you clean the community up.
Yeah.
Not
Just putting the cops there. What they going to do?
nothing but just.
They're going to be there for
book 'em.
generations.
For real,
They
like
will. If they don't find the root of the problem and fix it, they're going to be there for generations.
that's like policing two animals in the same yard and watching them fight, and you break them up every single time, and then they fight again. You're not doing nothing to fix the problem, but just separating. That's something you could do. Like you could. That's just a reference. You
And,
feel me?
and they're targeting, the dealers, which I get, I understand, but at the same time, why are the dealers doing what they're doing? They cannot get a job, and and the people who are, doing it and taking, they're escaping their present situation.
Right.
The arrests of these drug dealers, have they made you feel safer in Westbury as a young man?
Yeah, it is. Because sometimes you can't even go run anywhere or go anywhere because you have to worry what time they shoot, because they shoot in the morning, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or the time you go to work, or the time wherever you're going. They just start shooting. But so far it's been silent because of these police force.
It's a fight for survival in Westbury, and Luther recently stepped into the ring in an attempt to stay out of the hands of the drug dealers and the gangsters.
For the past year or so, I felt like my life is going nowhere, so I just meant I need to have a direction in life. I need a purpose.
Yeah.
Hopes for the future is like me boxing overseas, being the world champion of the whole world. That's my plan.
Luther's coach, Bjorn Moses, believes that being colored shouldn't hold you back.
If you get an opportunity, a good opportunity, at the end of the day, it is what you make out of it. That's important, it's what you make out of it. So everything is in your hands. As a person, as an individual, it is what you make. For instance, if you get a job, even a little money that you're working for, you can use it, you can go and study, things like that, whatever. So anything is possible.
For us, we like, we at ease what we are coloreds. So you cannot solve anything. I'm proud.
I just want this place to change and to be better than what it is now. Like every single young person can become something, just if they can set their mind to it.
The problems we're seeing here in Westbury aren't unique to this community. There are townships across South Africa struggling with the same issues. Now, Carol chose to take a stand and lead the protest, while Luther dreams of leaving the hood. What's at stake is a sense of belonging, a feeling as though they're helping build South Africa.
Yeah, bro. So I'm gonna stand on what I said earlier. And again, I feel like they're conditioning people to run away because everybody want to make it out. They have this mindset of wanting to make it out. When in reality, we need to have this mindset to build. Because if you have, and this is the perfect example, if you have a family and you're struggling, you have a struggling family where, you may have kids who not be doing too well in school, you have anything like this, you don't make it out of that. You want to build that up and fix them and help them become better people, right?
Yeah.
So if the officers, and I'm saying this because if the officers they're in the community, if they have more than just badges, guns, batons, all this other stuff. What if they had applications from all these other locations, right? For instance, my man's boxing. So if the officers was to go into that facility one day and say, hey, you know what, we're gonna get a few applications so we can get some gentlemen in here and get the babies off the streets, get these teens off the streets, and even these adults who's just not doing anything. Like, let's pass this out every single day. Let's check on them every single day, and then we're gonna push them into these businesses so we can get the streets clean. And I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. Build each other up.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, we know that, this was just a part of the colored story. We know you guys have been sending us, a lot of different parts about y'all history concerning apartheid. We don't just have to talk about that.
Yeah.
We want to highlight the good as well as, the not so good. So we know that there are some successful coloreds.
Facts.
So let us know what you would like for us to share next. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our join feature to become a VIP member of the channel. Send in your reaction request through our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.